Kristen Miranda has been at RIT all this morning.
Yeah, we've been talking about an announcement made yesterday that former President Bill Clinton will give the commencement address there in May. Kristen joins us now live. And Kristen, important to point out here that whether you're a Republican or a Democrat or whatever political party you're from, what makes this exciting is I think everybody first of all recognizes that he is well known as one of the best public speakers the country has ever seen. And number two, this is a former president coming here. So it's not really about a political issue.
Absolutely. It is the office of the president visiting our community, and anytime that happens, it is a wonderful thing. We are here at RIT this morning. We're in the field house where President Clinton will speak on May 25th, and it was quite a coup for RIT to get the president to come here. And we're talking now with Dr. Albert Simone, who is the president of RIT. Dr. Simone, you said that former President Clinton passed up a trip to China and a meeting with the king to be here on campus for commencement.
That's right, because he said he wanted to do it, and he committed to it. Then he said, what's the date? That was the mistake he made. He committed before he knew the date. And then he said, well, why can't you, can you change the date? I said, well, the invitations are out already. The announcements are out already. Everything all set up. You know how that is, Mr. President.
So bold with the former President of the United States.
Well, you know, he's a grand man. He's a gentleman, and he wants to help.
Well, a lot of this is due to the friendship that RIT has struck with Tom Golisano, and certainly the friendship Tom Golisano has with former President Clinton. Is that true?
Oh, absolutely, no question. Tom and I are friends, and Tom wants to help whenever he can. I said, Tom, this would be a great way for me to have my last commencement, don't you think? He said, yeah. I said, well, what can you do? So Tom has a very special relationship with President Clinton, and he called on that relationship.
This is...
In fact, he probably used up a lot of his chips.
For this one commencement.
I think so. Yeah, but at the same time, you know, he gives out a lot of chips too. And
this is your last commencement here at RIT. How are you feeling about that?
Oh, you know, it's business as usual. A little bittersweet. You know, I won't have to do any more preparation. Yeah, that's a plus. On the other hand, you know, a little nostalgia. I've done it 15 times. But I'll still be connected with RIT. I'll be in contact with RIT every day, one way or another. And I'll be in and out of the Rochester community. You know, hopefully not every day, but you know, several times a week. And
is it correct that you've been here 15 years and in academia 50 years?
Yeah, it's about. Yeah. I taught my first class when I was 23. I was at MIT. My first class I taught at MIT when I was 23, and at Northeastern when I was 23. And I've been, you know, in the saddle ever since.
Well, thank you for being here with us this morning. I know you have a meeting to rush off to. Good luck with former President Clinton's visit when he comes here in May.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. So we will be here a little bit longer this morning. We're going to talk to some students who also met President Clinton when he was here last time in 2005. So we'll bring you that in just a few minutes.
Kristen, I'm curious to know, and I don't know if you know this yet, maybe it's good for when you come back. I hear that a lot of people may not be fans of the president, but then when he comes to speak, they are so struck by his charisma that they like him a little bit more than they used to. I'm curious to see if the students feel the same way, if they weren't fans of him before and then that kind of changed.
The students we've talked to this morning were fans of his before he came last time, but they do recognize that he's going to be speaking to a much larger audience this time, and there might be some more controversy this time because you will find some people in the audience who maybe don't appreciate the president's politics.
Yes.
But they anticipate that a little bit more, but they also said, as Evan said this morning, he is such a dynamic speaker that so much of that is overshadowed just by listening to the way he presents himself.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Kristen. We'll go back out to her just a little bit later. And of course,